I'm the proud son of the late Annie Mae Lewis and Robert Lewis, two parents from the deep South, Lake City, South Carolina. Dad, third grade education, mom, third grade education. Eloped and got married. My mom was 14, dad was 18. Went to Virginia, paused. I was born there. 6 months later, I ended up in Maverick Street Housing Projects. Mom had 6 kids by the age of 23. And, you know, just from this loving woman who cared. And that in itself, I'm just a proud son of Annie Mae and Robert Lewis Jr. The way I look at it is that I feel like hopefully we're a change in philanthropy. We're about being grass tops, grassroots, from the board to the block and everybody in between. That's how I function. Because I understand I have to function with the theory and the theorists and the policymakers. But I also have to make sure that they know from the theory and the policy that it affects communities and it affects, you know, those that make up communities. But then I have to hit the boardroom, making sure I'm raising the money and educating folks about what we're doing. And then all of a sudden that money and resources going to the people. So I need to do the theory to the neighborhood, the board, to the folks, and everything in between that becomes around making sure that every child, America has the obligation to educate our children. America is obligated to make sure our kids are safe. America is obligated to make sure our kids are healthy and eat right. What I want to do is I want to take off that American dream while I'm sitting in a place that I can do that. I can use philanthropy, convening, and all of those factors to help us have a direct impact on building a moral and just society. Back in the day during the civil rights, you know, I don't know what it was like to sit at a counter for someone to spit on me because of my race. I don't know what it's like to march and for somebody to hose me down or send dogs on me. I don't know what it's like to sit in a church and every day that church could be bombed. I don't know what it's like to walk to a restaurant or a restaurant or a water hose that said coloreds only. I don't know that, but I know I could sit today with a group of young brothers and say, put the guns down. I can stand today and push for equality and equal access for jobs and opportunities for all. I can march today for justice and peace and equality. And I can go to any restaurant, drink at any water cooler, go to any bathroom and make sure it says men's only that I want to go to. So I can stand, I can march, I can sit, I can step. Shouldn't that be for everybody? We are the United States of America. It doesn't say divided States of America. It says United States of America. I think philanthropy needs to do what community organizations do. When community organizations are struggling or sometimes it's tough, they organize. People meet. People come together. Philanthropy needs to talk to each other more. Philanthropy needs to have a sense of ownership and purpose. You know, there needs to be a level of consistency amongst us and how we do work. I think what we need to do is we need to talk more to the constituents and those out in the community. So I think we need to do this. I also think that philanthropy has to be a profession. It has to be a profession. We need to reach out and let a generation know that this is a great profession to be in. And we need to expect to see more folks of color like us that are in these positions. We shouldn't be the exceptions. Over time, this needs to be the norm. If we do this, and I actually believe we do this, the story I tell, because it's a story, the story is 25 years from now when I have grandchildren. And they'll be, at that time, hopefully older teenagers, because I don't need to have them now. And when my grandson says, what do you mean, Pa, people used to shoot each other? What do you mean kids didn't go to high school or graduate? What do you mean only a small percentage of black and brown skin kids graduated college? What do you mean that, you know, we can run companies or be principals? Grandpa, that happened? Huh? See, what I want to create is a shock system that the next generation can't believe that we allowed a generation to have to go through this. that in their mind they can't fathom it, which is good because all they are is about progress.